I was just talking for a while, and apparently I was not recording, so now I'm looking to make sure I am recording. We'll try this again. Today I am going to talk about something that is kind of personal, but not really personal since I'm talking about it here. I want to talk about a roller coaster that I've been on for the last 10 years of gaining weight and losing weight and gaining weight. And a lot of that weight gain wasn't a bad thing, it was a necessary thing. A lot of it was because up until October of 2017, I had been pregnant or nursing for 10 years. And for the first 3 pregnancies, I bounced back pretty quickly. I wouldn't have said, like at the time, if you had asked me, I would have said that I worked hard and that it wasn't easy, but compared to now, looking back, yes, it was easy. No, it wasn't easy. I worked and I walked a ton and was always out walking with the girls and lifting my little weights all the time and being active. So it wasn't that it was easy, but it was easier than losing weight once I hit my 30s, because after I had James, I was walking literally 12 miles and it was a lot harder. After the girls, I pretty easily got back into my pre-pregnancy clothes and it wasn't too much of a problem. After Patch, I would say before Patch, I was getting back down into like size 6s. After Patch, it was like size 8s. After James, it was like maybe size 10s. After Tessie, it was like 12s. My clothes from before that I have in boxes definitely aren't fitting. And then Tessie started having her health problems and started having all her doctor's appointments. And the losing weight after having her just kind of grinded to a halt. And this is when she was about 6 months old that we got the sleep study back and my worries were starting to be confirmed. And she was having all of her different appointments with all the different specialists. And I started rewarding myself. Like, she would have a really, really hard appointment where we find out she has she's had a brain hemorrhage, or she has to be intubated for an MRI at a children's hospital an hour and a half away, or, she's seen another pulmonologist, or she's in the NICU she's in the PQ for 4 days, or... I mean, it was definitely like a stressful time. And so I would be like, you know what you deserve? You deserve to go to Starbucks and get a venti caramel frappuccino. Or if it was summer, like a venti salted caramel frappuccino. That is totally what you deserve, because that appointment, it was tough. And they still have no idea what's going on with your baby. And yeah. That caramel frappuccino makes you feel better, doesn't it? Like, you feel better when you're drinking it. So, yeah. So I would go and get my caramel frappuccino with Tessie in her little car seat in the back, and we would drive home together. And it did not help my losing weight after Tessie. That is how I got up to my non-pregnant high, and I would say probably it was probably the biggest, like, most eye-opening part for me for like, okay, I needed to do something, was that my clothes, the clothes that I had gotten when my other clothes weren't fitting, were starting not to fit. It's like, okay, I didn't want to buy like even more clothes and have those clothes not fit. And I wanted to be healthy enough, especially I wanted to be healthy enough to keep up with Maggie. I needed to be healthy enough so that when Maggie took off running, I could keep up with her. I needed to be healthy enough, if Tessie was going to be a runner like Maggie, that I could keep up with Tessie. I had some major motivation. And one night, I don't know if I was online, or I must have been online because we don't have cable. And this thing came up. It was for this thing called HealthyWage. And basically, it was, you make a bet on yourself. And you put down the money, or you pay a monthly amount for the amount of time that you're doing it, and you bet that you can lose a certain amount of money. And they give you odds, and if you win the amount of money that they say that they bet that you can, that I suck at explaining this. They bet that you will lose. They bet that you won't be able to lose the amount of weight because most people don't. And they say, hey, you're betting $600 or $60 a month for 10 months or whatever it is. And if you win, you'll win $1,300. We bet you can't do it. Do you think you can? So it was right after my birthday and I had some birthday money and I thought, you know what? I think that winning, for me, it was a little over $1,200. I think that winning could motivate me to do this. I think that winning this money and maybe getting clothes that like actually fit, because all my shirts were like getting tighter and tighter. So I made the bet and I got a membership at the YMCA and I started working out and I started a Couch to 5K on my phone. And James and Tessie started going to Talk Time at our YMCA and I was working out like 5 days a week. I was tracking my calories on MyFitnessPal and the first like 15-20 pounds were pretty easy. I was pretty consistently losing weight up until I would say September. The end of October, I got sick. Woke up one morning and I had a low fever and it was on a morning that I had a 5K. And I went and I ran my fever was like 99 degrees and I thought 99, I'm fine. I ran the 5K and towards the end of the 5K I started thinking this probably wasn't a good idea. I think I'm really sick. And I managed to finish it, barely. And I got in the car and drove home because Paul had to work that day. And he had a case he was working on and he went into the office and I drove home and made it home with the kids and got in bed and was like, I'm really, really sick. And that night my fever was 105.2. And for the next 40 to 50 days, I had a fever. And my doctor tried to figure out what it was and they never figured it out. Really, I had some antibiotics and it went away. And anyways, so in that time I stopped working out and I gained a little bit of weight back. There's Patch. He's home from preschool. And so January, I was determined to get back on the wagon and start working out again and make this happen. But it's really, really cold here and the kids aren't going to school near my old gym. And I don't want to drive 30 miles with the kids not in school to go to the gym. And there isn't a gym in the little tiny town that we live in. So, and everything outside is a frozen tundra. I love where we live. I love being surrounded by cornfields. However, it's really cold and I am not that determined to work out. I started reading about intermittent fasting and I read a book about it that was someone shared online, like a PDF file, and I decided to try 2 24-hour fasts a week to cut back on calories. And I started really getting serious on tracking my calories every single day again on MyFitnessPal, which I had kind of fallen off on, and I pretty quickly dropped down back the 5 pounds that I had gained in December. So I was down 25 pounds and now I am down 30 pounds from where I started. And I would like to lose another 20 pounds, which would put me at a little bit below my pre-pregnancy weight. I would love that. I am fitting back into my size 6 jeans and my size 8 jeans. However, if I lose another 10 pounds in the next month and a half, I will win $1,200. That would be awesome. That would be a really great thing for our family. So I am determined. I am counting every calorie. I am eating as healthily as I possibly can. I definitely have my Super Bowl where I splurged on calories and had fasted before and did 24-hour fasts after. So I am doing the intermittent fasting and it's working really well for me. And I know a lot of people love intermittent fasting with a keto diet. I am not doing that. I'm just counting my calories because I am one of those people who, when I am done with a 24-hour fast, could very easily eat 2,000 calories or 3,000 calories or 4,000 calories. Maybe not 4,000. When I was in college, I played rugby and my best friend and I would go to Chipotle after rugby practice and I could totally put away 2 steak burritos from Chipotle, easily. So, and that's 5,000 calories. So I know that I could eat enough calories to completely undo a 24-hour fast, like easily. So yeah, I know there's so many people who are like, 1,500 calories, how do you do it? I can't eat that much. But like, yeah, I can. Even without carbs, I'm sure I could. But I do eat carbs. But yeah, this is down 30 pounds and I'm still losing. I still have more to lose, but I'm happy and I feel really good. And I think if Maggie runs away right now, if Maggie and I were in a race through the snow, I at least could catch her. And as the snow melts, I'm going to be able to start walking again. I'm going to start running. I want to start doing the Couch to 5K program again. But I want to get back into it and get in good shape so that I can keep up with my girls and my boys, keep up with all of the kids. I want to be active so that I can do this for them. And now down below, I am going to put my... Down below, you can't see my hand. Down below, I am going to put my affiliate link for HealthyWage because when people sign up, I get credit for that. If anyone is interested, because I know there's other people out there who, like me, might be motivated by that kind of thing. Right now, I'm really hoping that in another month and a half, right around Easter time, I'm going to be giving you an update with like a ton of pictures of like before, after. I've lost another 10 pounds, 40 pounds from last summer. That would make me so happy. And then I can tell you that I've won and been paid by HealthyWage. So that is what's going on here. And that is kind of self-care, get healthy, and not drink a Starbucks caramel frappuccino every single time Tessie has a hard doctor's appointment. In fact, not linking doing that, not linking going and getting a treat to her stressful appointments has been probably more healthy for me. It's probably more healthy for me to go to the gym and go for a run. Yeah, because that just, she had way too many stressful doctor's appointments for that to be working out in a good way at all, and for it to be appropriate. And that is my story, my experience with being on this weight roller coaster, and I'm really hoping that, and my plan is, not I'm hoping, and my plan is that I'm going to make these healthy decisions, that I want these healthy decisions to last, because I want to keep up with my kids.